So he didn't just come out of nowhere this year and get a wild card gift. He's been just hunting down points throughout the QS events and now getting called up into a venue like this, taking down Felipe Toledo, opened up the door for Jack Robinson to maybe get the yellow jersey, but that's all gone.
Needling through that one. So technical. And Kanoa Igarashi getting started here with the 5.17. Yeah, a lot of waves to start this heat off, Joey.
Let's get back into it live. Jadson, first wave and a big flyaway. Kanoa Igarashi, world number 6. A very important read here, and he'll keep his line nice and strong. A couple of chandeliers coming down on him, but he was able to complete that ride.
That was a nice, well-read ride. Kanoa knew he had to stay nice and tight and high because it was quite an almond D-shaped barrel, but he did well to make it through that.
Jadson Andre with the answer, leaping into the first section, staying wide open. Jadson flies free to the exit. Jerry Lopez always talks about just putting your hands in front, aiming for the exit, and the rest of your body will follow. Andre subscribing to that formula and getting spit out of another tube of chokes.
Would have turned around and watched Jaddy into this round one right here. This was a really nice, well-read wave. It was super round, super, sucky and quite long as well. So this is going to be a good ride for Jadson.
Fun to see how lively Jadson is. One was the U.S. Open at Huntington Beach, and the other one is this venue here in Tahiti. He said there's something about both locations, the prestige involved in winning those events. As he's locking in, aggressive lunge into a big section, and that one clamps on him. Felipe Toledo guaranteed the number 1 spot. We're trying to work out the rest of this. Kanoa Igarashi digging in. Just held onto that rail and just sneaking in those little pumps to drive his way to the exit. Still leading over Jaddy at the moment, but Jadson does have the single high best score in the non-priority side of this heat.
That's going to be a memorable heat forever, won't it? Just one that we're going to, go back to. It's going to be etched in the memory books as we see Kanoa here. An important ride under priority, just wanting to keep edging up closer, super deep, having to pump through that first section. You could see the double pump as he grabbed a hold of his board. And
then Gabriel Medina, last year's world champ, a 3-time champ, said he was taking a break, and that opened up a whole new part of Kaio's career. Punching out free is Jadson Andre in the matchup with Kanoa. Only needed a 4.16 to take the lead. See if he ends up playing spoiler here.
Yeah, mid-sized wave, didn't go too round and open, so I don't think the score will be able to go too high, but, it had a little bit of length in it, and he pushed through and muscled through that end section.
He takes care of a lot of people back home in Brazil as he spins around quickly. Jaddy looking for another look inside the pit, more of a west one there, enjoying another tube ride. This is what Jadson Andre did right before the break.
Yeah, nice west bowl there for Jaddy. That double arm that you were saying, just pushing forward to get through that section. No handing that one.
Just so much speed.
He was so consistent at the start. We thought he was looking pretty unbeatable and very, very consistent. And then he had that bit of a flop through the Australia leg.
And that whole mold changed, I think, obviously with the careers of Mick Fanning. As we continue on with action, driving deep in the pit, trying to pull off a miracle through the clamping section. Jadson Andre goes down. The silver medalist in the Olympic Games is now setting up a potential strike to try to get the 7.41. Kanoa grabs the rail, lunges into the first section. It's staying wide open.
Wow.
Igarashi stands tall for the exit and lets some of the emotion out with 2 minutes to go. What a brilliant effort for the surfer from Japan to try to turn this one on Jadson Andre and put himself into the WSL Final 5.
Look how deep he is. He doesn't even have time to slow down. He is just gunning for the end of this barrel, and that is going to be up into the excellent range, I would say. It is. He was just so deep on this, just pulling up and just holding his line while it's throwing over the foam ball. That absolutely amazing from Kanoa. I'm speechless.
And so clutch in such an important heat of his season. Ultra deep, foam balls behind him, but he had such a great read and came out with such momentum, only chasing a 7.41. How's this angle?
Wow, just the guts to go so deep on this, needing a 7.41. The way that he just read this and weaved.
Scores are in. Kanoa Igarashi gets a 9.7 and the lead off Jadson Andre. Almost a perfect score. 110 thrown from the panel. They drop that and they drop the low of a 9.2. He was only chasing that 7 Ranger, so getting the score and some to take the lead on a very important moment in his career. Jadson now needs an 8.04 with 20 seconds. Kanoa 20 seconds away of potentially clinching a spot in the WSL Final 5. It is official. What a moment for Kanoa Igarashi. 9.7 to get the score to move into the quarterfinals and also show up in September in the Rip Curl WSL Finals.